Oceans occupy about 70% of the entire surface of the Earth. So, what do people today use to sail around this water space? We have collected 10 of the coolest boats, comfortable and fast, with bizarre designs and wide functionality, having 2,000 horsepower and unable to turn over under any circumstances. The best of the best. Let's raise anchor, give the mooring lines, and full speed ahead. We are started. As you name the boat, so shall it float. However, in the case of XSV-17 Thunderchild, it doesn't matter what you name it. It will still float and not drown. An unsinkable boat was developed for naval forces, border guards, and other special services, which must navigate the water even in the most severe weather conditions. The most interesting thing about it is the ability to always return to its original state, even if it turns over by 180 degrees. A weeble wobble, which is impossible to turn over and therefore drown. This was made possible thanks to a combination of 3 factors: low center of gravity, cockpit geometry, and full tightness, and water resistance. To keep the boat's high buoyancy, its air intakes are automatically closed when necessary. The center of gravity is located as low as possible to the bottom, which allows the vessel to level itself in just seconds. A fairly impressive speed of 36 knots, or 41 miles per hour, is achieved, thanks to a body designed as a breakwater. Thunderchild does not just absorb the power of shock waves, but literally cuts them. And of course, it is possible thanks to the 2-meter giant Caterpillar C12.9 diesel engines with a turbocharger capable of producing 2,000 horsepower. A unique ship, Proteus boat, or just Proteus, was named after the ancient Greek deity, capable of taking different forms. And not by chance. The mobile cabin, standing on 4 huge paws, can descend on the water, separate, and even make an independent voyage for a short distance. For example, go to the pier, leaving paws a mile from the shore. As for the spider legs and inflatable floats on which they rest, together they form something like a balanced suspension, so the boat does not go against the waves, but slides on them with minimal swinging. No wonder creators call it the first device that adapts to waves of a modular type. In rescue operations on the water, it is quite capable of replacing the helicopter. Proteus can hang over the ship in distress and lift the people with a winch. At the same time, the use of the boat is less expensive. Another advantage is the convenience of transporting Proteus aboard the ship. With deflated floats and folding legs, several such devices can be easily placed on deck. Next is the ship that doesn't swing on the waves. The boat of the Australian manufacturer Nauticraft is ideal for comfortable boat rides, especially for people suffering from seasickness. It's all about the special hydraulic suspension that performs the function of the shock absorber. It significantly reduces the fluctuations from the collision of the lower part of the vessel with the waves, and does not transfer them to the deck. Vibration of the hull of the boat is reduced by 75%, even when overcoming high waves at high speed. Even the weakest passengers will not get sick on board. The developers of the Looker 440S yacht also thought about the comfort. Inside, there are comfortable sofas, tables on electric lifts, and adjustable LED lighting. In the galley, there is a gas stove with a gas leakage sensor, individual holders for glasses and cutlery. Each plate will remain in its place in any bad weather. They also thought about the ease of operation. The pilot always knows about the condition of engines, systems of power supplies, heating, and life support, and also receives necessary navigating information. Thanks to a large glazing area, in the daytime the lounge is full of soft sunlight. In the evening, it allows you to enjoy the sunset, and at night, the starry sky. This vessel is like a luxurious villa on water. At the same time, the aluminum magnesium case of unusual shape makes it more like an intergalactic ship. It also develops very high speed, up to 48 knots or 55 miles per hour. This was made possible thanks to the design of the submarine wing, which significantly reduces the resistance of water during movement. If you have at least $470,000 to purchase the Looker 440S, you can have breakfast in one port, go for a swim in a secluded bay, then arrive at another port and finish your day at the third destination. This pontoon boat also looks stylish and expensive. Avalon Pontoon Boat has 3 pontoons and is operated by 2 motors. The steel base is complemented by aluminum sides, covered with shiny varnish, which makes it look like a good vintage car. To make it look even more retro, ice headlights and versatile side lights were created. The boat is designed for 6 passengers and is equipped with super comfortable seats. On board, there is a multimedia entertainment center, a roomy refrigerator, a sink for washing hands and fruit, a wine holder, a retractable bar for guests, and an ultra-modern torpedo control with 10 functions for the captain. There are loudspeakers on board in case you want to have a dance party. The World Record Board among sailing ships identifies a number of the most prestigious vessels. The fastest sailing vessel in the world, Vestas Sail Rocket 2, broke all the records. Its top speed is 65 knots, or 74 miles per hour. It may seem that this is not so much, but for a ship without an engine, driven by only the power of the wind, the result is impressive. Paul Larsen, the creator and pilot of Vestas Sail Rocket 2, set this record near the port of Walvis Bay in Namibia. The main task that he faced when creating a sailboat was the development of an ideal aerodynamic profile. Therefore, the main difference of his bolide from competitors and the first version of Vestas Sail Rocket is a different configuration of the hydrofoils. As a result, the sailboat turned out to be quite long, 40 feet, and very light, 606 pounds. Larsen set a world record for the sea mile, showing the result of 55.3 knots, or 64 miles per hour, and on a 500-meter stretch, having traveled at a speed of 65.4 knots, or 75 miles per hour. Thus, in both categories, he was 10 knots faster than the nearest pursuers. Given that such records are usually beaten by 1 to 2 knots at the most, the achievements are simply incredible. And this is Hypersub Submarine Boat, something in between a submarine and a boat. The created prototype is perfect for boat rides and exploring the underwater world. They say it can also be used for military purposes. The liner is equipped with a diesel engine of 440 horsepower. With a weight of 11 tons, it develops the speed of up to 40 knots, or 46 miles per hour. When submerged, the speed is 3.8 or 4.3 miles per hour. By the way, it can descend to a depth of 249 feet. The control of the boat underwater is carried out as in a standard submarine. Special equipment is installed to regulate the atmospheric pressure inside the cabin. There is also a standard set of communication devices, a radar, a satellite navigation, and a locator. Inside, leather seats comfortably accommodate 5 people. The cost of an unusual underwater liner is an impressive $3.5 million. And here is another interesting combination, this time of a passenger ship and a bus. MAN Hafencity River Bus is a floating bus from Hamburg. In this German town, you can take an ordinary bus on the highway, ride on it into the water, and swim across the river Elbe, which flows through the whole city. After the swim, the amphibian bus floats ashore, shakes off the remains of the water, and drops passengers off at the usual bus stop. Unforgettable feelings. The Glider Supersport SS-18 yacht looks like a luxury marine limousine. It is made of lightweight aluminum alloy and resembles a huge water meter, capable of quietly gliding across the ocean. This is possible due to the small area of contact with water, because the vessel literally pierces the waves with its supports. The SS-18 also has excellent running characteristics. It quietly accelerates to the speed of 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds and develops a top speed of 110 miles per hour. At this speed, the yacht overcomes the distance from Miami to the Bahamas or from St. Tropez to Monaco in just 45 minutes. The luxury model is available at a price of $1.3 million. Thank you for watching and see you soon.